Hello everyone. The topic for tonight is night driving. Now, personally, I rather driving at night because somehow I'm like an owl. I see better at night. I don't know if that's the case with you, but I see a lot better at night. So, we're gonna be driving and I'm gonna be pointing out signs to you like road markings to make sure you understand how to deal with things. You can see, hopefully you can see in my dash. Okay, I can dim the lights or I can make it brighter. Okay, in my dash you can see this car has on the odometer 678,292 kilometers, and it says the average gas consumption at this point is 9.1 liters to every 100 kilometers. Now that's when I'm driving in the city, but if I'm driving at say 80 kilometers an hour, then it will go down to 6.9 or 7 liters per 100 kilometers. So that would be a good mileage. And this is a V6, 248 horses. Okay, as you can see, there is the tachometer. It's an idle. The car is idling right now, and it's at about 550 RPMs. Okay, now we're gonna go driving at night and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm presently stopped and I'm leaving, so I put my left signal on, check even the rear view mirror. I see a lot better through the rear view mirror at night as opposed to daylight, and even for the side mirrors. Okay, so I signal, mirror, shoulder, and I drive off and then drift over to the left a little bit because I'm on snow. Okay, we have a green light ahead, so I check the intersection, left, right, and the speed here is 50 kilometers an hour. Now this is within the city, so you drive with your low beams. I don't know if it's ever happened to you, whereas you're driving at night and you see these bright lights coming at you and they don't know or realize that it's blinding the car in the opposite direction. And you'd be surprised to know that a lot of drivers don't know what the blue light in the dash means. In fact, I know someone who's been driving for years with, oh, did you see the light flash on that car? Because they had the high beams on. So they got close to me, so they turned it off. Okay, the blue light in the dash means you have your high beams on. Like I'm gonna put my high beams on right now because I'm far away from the oncoming traffic. There it is. See the blue light? And of course, when you see that guy flashed at me, okay. So anyway, a lot of people, they'll be driving with their high beams on for miles or for years without knowing what that blue light is all about. Alright, now you can use your high beams like in a case like right now. I'm driving and it's dark ahead. You cannot see very much ahead. So I can put my, oh, there's another car coming. But anyway, at some point I'll put the high beams on and you'll see that the light, the whole road will be a lot brighter. And at night, of course, all these lines, they're brighter. Just a few moments before I started this lesson, there was a car driving on the opposite side of the roadway for a long time. I don't know what's wrong with that driver, but that's what he did. And I'm saying, gosh, I should have my camera on at that time, because that would be a good lesson for people watching this video, so they see that there are a lot of crazy people driving cars. Okay, so right now we have 2 lanes going in the same direction, and I'm driving at 80 kilometers an hour. Now I have to look out for signs which suggest that the road ends. So right now I'm good. Let's see. I don't know if you can see the signs. Okay, this sign suggests that the road is curving. And the yellow sign here suggests that the right lane is ending. So I signal left, check the mirror and the blind spot, and move over. You don't wait until you're running out of road space before you cross over. A lot of times I'll see drivers, they wait until the lane actually ends, then they suddenly swing over. That's a very dangerous move. It's not something that anyone should be doing. Okay, so I'm driving out in the country now. Cars approaching me, and again, this is night driving, so they have their lights on. Let's see if this one has their high beam on. No, that's just a bright light, but it's not the high beam. And I'm driving at 80 kilometers an hour right now as we speak. Now see, the double yellow lines suggest that you do not overtake. Wow, I'm doing 100 kilometers an hour. It's an 80 zone. Gotta watch the speedometer. Okay, so it's looking dark ahead of me, so I'm gonna put the high beams on. Whoa, but there's a car coming from the opposite direction, so I turn it off. Always be considerate of the cars approaching, because it's not nice to have your high beams on in someone's eyes. Okay, so now I can put the high beam on again. See how bright the roads are? Whenever I recognize a car approaching me, then I'll take the high beams off. Oh, there's someone, so I turn it off. But they have their high beams on. See, they need driving lessons. Another one approaching. They have their high beams on. Again, you need driving lessons. Okay, now it's dark again, so I'm gonna put my high beams on. See, the roads are all bright and the signs are bright. If at any time this video ends without me saying thank you, don't be mad at me. It's just that I ran out of battery. Okay. See, all the signs are bright, and you see the sign, it says 80 kilometers an hour, and I'm doing 80. Now there's a car approaching, so I turn my high beams off. See that car? Can't wait, so they passed me. Here's another one with the high beams on. Notice how I'm holding the steering wheel. I'm holding it at the 9 and 3 position. That is the proper way for holding the steering wheel. But of course, we know that when you get your driver's license, you're gonna be doing this. You're gonna be doing this because it's comfortable. But just so you know, the proper way of holding your steering wheel is at the 9 and 3 position. If you're going for a driving test, that's how you're gonna have to hold the steering wheel. Okay, I'm gonna turn the lights off in the car so we can see, well, I can see properly, but you won't be looking at the steering wheel anymore. Okay, it's dark again, so I got my high beams on. Notice that yellow sign we just passed. It means that the road is going into a bend. There's a bend in the road. And of course you see the double yellow lines, meaning no overtaking, because you would be overtaking another vehicle into a turn, which is dangerous. Okay, high beams again. Beams off. That car is approaching with high beams. Okay, and I think there's a cop behind him. No, that's just a tow truck. Okay. Okay, well, I hope you picked up a few pointers driving at night. And like I said, I prefer driving at night because I see a lot better than in the daytime. out in the country right now, but pretty soon, in another 2 minutes, I'll be in the city. And then things will look a lot different driving in the city because you have the lights. The roads are lit, but of course, in the country areas, nothing but darkness. So that's why we usually use the high beams so we can see better. Okay, so we're approaching a set of lights. It's red at the moment, and I intend to make a right turn. So I put the right signal on just about here. Check the mirror and the shoulder and get into the right turn lane. And the lights are still green, so I slow down to 20 to 25 to make this right turn at the lights. I did not stop, obviously, because the lights are green. Now in this area the speed limit is 40. I'm sure you can see it. So I'm driving at 40 kilometers an hour. Now the next street ahead, it's a left turn, so I put my left signal on. And that car is approaching, but it's a good distance from me, so I'll take that left turn. Next street right turn. Get down to 20, between 20 and 25, make the right turn, hand over hand steering, and recover. Now we're in a residential area, so it's like 25 kilometers an hour. It could range between 25 and 30 kilometers an hour. But there's no rush. I'm cruising at 30 right now. So I'm just... this is about the proper speed to drive. But I could drive at 20, 25. I'm not holding up traffic or anything. No one is on the road at this time of the night. And the next street will be a right turn. So I signal right, check the rear view mirror and my right shoulder, and get into the turn. And this will end this driving lesson. Night driving. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.